YouTube, this is 101 Bronson back here again with the next update video for the month of June. Picked up some great titles this month that I would love to show you, and yeah, let's just go without further ado and check out all the films, starting with the DVDs. I guess it's about 14-15 titles that I picked up this month. Let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? So here we go, starting with the DVDs. First up we got Mel Gibson and The Patriot. I mentioned this one in my last update video. I actually ordered this one, but they made a mistake and sent me the Steven Seagal film The Patriot, which I was allowed to keep, and they would send me the right one, so they did. This is The Patriot, Mel Gibson on DVD. Very good film actually. I actually liked it. Historical accuracy aside, an entertaining film with Mel Gibson, who really does a great performance, and I love the villain in this film, played by Jason Isaacs, who I remember from the Harry Potter films actually. But yeah, pretty great film, and this is the extended director's cut. This adds 10 minutes to the film. So yeah, here's The Patriot with Mel Gibson. And the next two are spaghetti western DVDs. This is The Stranger Returns with Tony Anthony. This is a sequel to A Stranger in Town from 1967. This is also known as Un uomo, un cavallo, un pistola, which means a man, a gun, and a horse, or a man, a horse, and a gun. And this is a German DVD with 2 discs, with the original theatrical cut and the US theatrical cut, which are both 92 minutes, so I don't know how many differences there are, but pretty good sequel. But I actually do prefer the first one, but not a bad watch. Next up is a spaghetti western comedy directed by Sergio Corbucci in his last spaghetti western he directed. This one actually came recommended to me from Carlos, Eastwood for Life fan. He actually sent me the link to this one. He told me I could pick this one up pretty cheaply, and I did, so thank you, Carlos, for sending me the link. This is called The White, the Yellow, and the Black. No, wait. Yeah, The White, the Yellow, and the Black, yeah. Starring Thomas Milian, Juliana Gemma, Eli Wallach. Great cast. It's Eli Wallach's final spaghetti western. It is a comedy, but I actually enjoyed it for what it is. The comedy in this one actually wasn't too bad. I actually didn't mind it that much, even though Thomas Milian as a samurai was I don't know, kind of annoying at parts, but I love Thomas Milian, so I always love seeing him. And Eli Wallach did great, and Juliana Gemma as well. Yeah, not a bad film at all, but it is a spaghetti western comedy, so take it for what it is. But did enjoy this one, The White, the Yellow, and the Black. Moving over to the Blu-rays, and let's start with the spaghetti western Blu-rays. We got from Germany the film by Enzo G. Castellari, Kill 'Em All and Come Back Alone, with Chuck Connors and Frank Wolf. This one is by Koch Media. I thought this was actually a pretty fantastic spaghetti western. Pretty action driven, a lot of action sequences. Recommend this one. This was a pretty great one. And Kill 'Em All and Come Back Alone. And next up is from the Western Unchained collection. Il Tempo degli Avvolti. Yeah, I shouldn't try to read Italian titles. This is known as many titles, but it's the film called Last of the Bad Man, which stars George Hilton, Frank Wolf, and Eduardo Fajardo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Directed by Nando Cicero. And this is one of Quentin Tarantino's selections for the Spaghetti Western Retrospective and at the Venice Film Festival in 2007. These are some of the other ones in the line of Western chain. I got this one, of course, the Peppa. You got some original poster art here on the inside. Pretty great, pretty good. And yeah, an average spaghetti western, but still had some fun with it. Frank Wolf I thought was pretty great in the film, and I did enjoy it, but it's a slightly average spaghetti western. Next up, Koch Media strikes again with the release of Amigos, which is actually the film known as A Sky Full of Stars for a Roof, with Giuliano Gemma and Mario Adorf, how do you pronounce it? Directed by Giulio Petroni, who did, if I'm not mistaken, he's the guy that did Death Rides a Horse, and I know for a fact he did the Peppa, but I could be mistaken there. But, yeah, this is again more slightly comedic of a spaghetti western, but I did enjoy it. Mostly the score by Ennio Morricone, and yeah, pretty good spaghetti western comedy, in which Mario Adorf actually kind of plays the Bambino character from the Trinity films. At least that's how it felt to me, but still enjoyed it, and do recommend it, and it's a great release by Koch Media. Let's move on. And this one I've been waiting for, and finally it came. The Specialist, another film by Sergio Corbucci. This is the Eureka Classics edition with a slipcover. Very recently released, and I got it a bit later than everybody else, but that's okay, because at the end of the line I did get it. Pretty good spaghetti western. Again, more towards the average side. I actually discussed this with Carlos, Eastwood for Life fan. After I saw the film, he asked me to give him my opinion, and we kind of chatted about it a bit. And yeah, it's not the best spaghetti western, it's not the best Sergio Corbucci western, but I still had fun with it, and I'm glad I have it. And yeah, it's another great rare spaghetti western in the collection, and I love Sergio Corbucci anyway. I love his film, so yeah, another Corbucci film added to the list. So yeah. And now we move over to the other Blu-rays. First up we have the new Bad Boys film, Bad Boys for Life. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence is the third entry, and the most recent one. I saw this one in the cinemas right before the virus hit, actually. This was released in like January or February, I can't remember right away, but it's finally here on Blu-ray. Great film. Actually prefer it to Bad Boys 2, but I wouldn't take it over the original one. I think my ranking would be Bad Boys, the first one, then this one, and then the second one. Even though, having said that, I love the second one as well, don't get me wrong, but yes, Bad Boys for Life. Next up is a Arrow Video release of the blaxploitation film Foxy Brown with the lovely Pam Grier. Foxy's in town, so gather round and watch a real shakedown, 'cause she's got drive, and that ain't jive. She don't bother to bring 'em back alive. These taglines are fantastic. Yeah, Pam Grier, Foxy Brown, great release by Arrow Video. You got some great special features here, as per usual by Arrow. She's the meanest chick in town. Yeah, I love Pam Grier. Great exploitation, a blaxploitation film. And yes, here we go, Foxy Brown. Next up is a 88 Films Italian collection release of the film Hitchhike, Autostop Rosso Sangue, directed by Pasquale Festa Campanile. Yeah, please forgive me for butchering the name, but it stars Franco Nero and Corinne Clery, who is actually a Bond girl in the film Moonraker. And it doesn't take long before she gets to take her top off in this film, and yes, did enjoy this film. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, got some nudity in this film, some bloody action, Even though this is more of like a thriller where you actually got let me cheat here. What's David Hess from The Last House on the Left, playing a psycho killer in this film again. Yes, great film, great Italian film, and do recommend it. It's a great Franco Nero performance, and not gonna spoil the ending, but the ending was really cynical. Let's put it that way. So yeah. Next up, I picked up a few Eurocrime films from 88 Films as well. And first up is this one, Brothers Still We Die, with Thomas Milian, directed by Umberto Lenzi. Yeah, in which Thomas Milian plays a dual role as the Hunchback and Pigsty, two of his most famous characters from the Eurocrime genre, or the Italian film genre. Great film. I love Eurocrime. It's actually, once again, my buddy Carlos, Eastwood for Life fan, got me into this Eurocrime. He recommended a few titles. I picked these up and I've watched a bunch more online, which I don't usually do, but yeah, I had to make exception for those. I am going to track down more Eurocrime films, definitely. And this is a great one here, Brothers Still We Die, with a slip cover right here. I'm actually doing this one-handed. I really should get a tripod or something, but bear with me. So yeah, you got a slip cover, which is great. This edition contains a booklet right here. Let's take a quick peek at that. So yeah, great crime film by Umberto Lenzi, who did a lot of these Eurocrime films. And I'm definitely interested, like I said, to pick up some more, especially with Thomas Milian. I think he's a fantastic actor in these type of films. Yeah, there he is. Iconic shot there. So yeah, there you have La Banda del Gobbo, which is Brothers Till We Die, by Umberto Lenzi, starring Thomas Milian. And next up is a Fernando Di Leo Eurocrime film, Milano Calibro 9. This is again put out by Arrow Video. And this is more of like a film noir type of film rather than a traditional Eurocrime film, but it's still a really excellent film where you got, among others, Barbara Boucher here as a femme fatale type of character. Yeah, if you want to read up, there you go. Ugo Piazza, yeah. And this one also comes with a booklet, and it's a dual format, so you get the Blu-ray and the DVD. Booklet, reversible cover as well, which I'll show you. Right there, that's the reversible cover. That's the one that actually comes already on, but I flipped it once again to get a more poster art type of cover. And got a booklet as well here for this one. Yes, there we go. Pretty great Eurocrime film, this one. Yeah, but you also got Mario Adorf in there. Here's the cast. Frank Wolf and Luigi Pistilli, two spaghetti western regulars, are in this one. Gaston Mouchin was in The Specialist by Corbucci. So you got Lionel Stander, he was in Once Upon a Time in the West, and a few other westerns I can think of. So yeah, great Eurocrime film. I think this is an excellent film. Cannot recommend it enough. Oh, and he also, I was like, when I saw him in The Specialist and this one, I was like, I recognize that actor from somewhere. That's a recognizable face. He was in The Godfather Part 2. He was Don Fanucci in The Godfather Part 2. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's him. Yeah, the beautiful Barbara Boucher there. A bit of nudity for you. Mario Adorf. Yeah, this is a fantastic film. That's a great sequence where she's introduced when she's dancing. So yeah, great Eurocrime film in Milano Calibro 9. There you go. And topping off the Eurocrime pickups for this month, we have Syndicate Sadists with Thomas Millian once again, and directed by Umberto Lenzi once again, in which Thomas Millian actually plays the character called Rambo. Yeah, Thomas Millian actually plays Rambo in this film, not the Sylvester Stallone Rambo, but a character called Rambo. And apparently Thomas Millian really loved the book by David Morrell and loved the name of the character of Rambo, and he wanted to use it, so they did for this one, even though that's nothing to do with First Blood. It's actually another one of these Yojimbo and the Fistful of Dollars type of stories where he plays out two gangs against one another. Yeah, sorry. But a pretty good one in Syndicate Sadists from the Italian collection by 88 Films. And last up, we have a upgrade from a great Clint Eastwood Western, Unforgiven. Yes, I upgraded this to Blu-ray. I came across it for a pretty cheap price, and I was like, well, it's a great film. It's a masterpiece, actually. I have it on DVD. I'm not gonna pass up the Blu-ray, so here you go. Unforgiven, directed and starring Clint Eastwood, also starring Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman, and Richard Harris, in this great 1992 Western in which Clint Eastwood plays William Money, a retired gunslinger who picks up his holsters for one last job. And it is a great journey, great masterpiece, this one, Unforgiven. I love it. And now it's here on Blu-ray. And that's all the pickups. So there you have it. Those are all the pickups for June 2020, and some great titles there. Like I said, got me some great spaghetti westerns this month. I'm actually up to about 40 plus titles in spaghetti westerns, and that's barely scratching the surface of all the films that were made in that genre. That's like over 600-700. But I'm getting closer. My buddy Carlos is helping me out with a few spaghetti westerns, which I really appreciate. Thanks once again for that, mate. And got some great Eurocrime films. I'm definitely going to pick up more of those. And we're just keeping on collecting, and I hope everybody's staying safe and well. And hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and as always, so long for now. Keep on collecting, keep on punching. Stay well.